We're at the calm before the storm right now. Joker is set to release in a couple weeks, and we have a supposed couple new modes coming to Smash Ultimate, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link a video down below for you to go check out after this one. Nintendo announced that there's going to be 5 fighters coming to Smash Ultimate through the Fighters Pass, with the first announced being Joker dropping sometime in April. Now, if we're counting Piranha Plant, that's a total of 6 DLC characters that will span the course of the year, with the last character releasing sometime around February of 2020. There's no doubt that Nintendo will make a ton of money, but we're still all speculating who's going to be next, when that character is going to be announced, and with Joker releasing soon, does Nintendo drop a new character trailer in a mini Smash Direct, or do they wait until E3 when we are kind of expecting it? But we all know an announcement is inbound, but when? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Regardless, this video is more about additional DLC than who will be coming with the Fighters Pass. And not to get ahead of ourselves here, but I think it is good to speculate because there may be more than one Fighters Pass, and I want to talk about it today. Smash Ultimate has been selling copies hand over fist, and I don't have an up-to-date number, but somewhere as of January, it is around 13 million copies. And there's no doubt that DLC characters will bring in a ton of additional revenue to a game that's already selling well. It wouldn't make sense financially for Nintendo to cut the DLC after the last character. Look at other fighting games, and let's take Dragon Ball FighterZ, for example, because it's one that I've played, and it was one of the top games at EVO last year. If not the top game, and now it's going on to its second season, and I'm putting that in quotes. And basically what that word season means is it has gone on to its second year of release, and they announced that we are getting additional fighters with another Fighters Pass. Originally, it released 8 characters post-launch, and you were able to buy them with a Fighters Pass or individually. Now, granted, the base roster was a lot smaller, but it's really become the norm of fighting games. Look at Tekken 7, which is another good example, adding characters like Negan and Julia in its Season Pass 2. Now let's take Smash Ultimate, a game with a long-standing history and endless possibilities for character additions, because it is literally a crossover of video games. It would be smart for Nintendo to continue releasing DLC after this Fighters Pass. Obviously, they're not going to announce anything yet because it would be a bad business move to talk about a second wave before the first is even out. And even if they don't want to commit to another Fighters Pass, one-off characters would be a good idea. Do keep in mind that Nintendo is hoping for a long lifespan from the Switch, and we may not get another Smash game for another decade. There would just be an untapped pool of money if they decided to not continue to support the game after February. The Switch released in March of 2017, and only a mere 2 years later, they already have announced or released games for pretty much all of their big first-party IPs. Breath of the Wild came out as a launch title, Super Mario Odyssey released within months, Smash Ultimate came out the second year of the console's life, and we also have games like Animal Crossing and Metroid Prime 4 on the way. I'm confident that we'll likely see multiple games from some of these franchises in the Switch's life, but Smash can't be one of those games. And even if we did get a new Smash game in the future, whether it's on the Switch or whatever console comes next, I could only see it being a deluxe version of Ultimate, as the game already seems to have set itself up for multiple years. Let's look at how Nintendo handled DLC for Smash 4. We received 7 additional characters between April 2015 and February 2016. Some of those characters releasing together, and a couple of them being returning characters from previous games. On top of that, we got some new stages and multiple waves of Mii costumes. Personally, I prefer what Nintendo is doing with Ultimate and bundling characters, stages, and music in a nice, neat little package. But if we're comparing Ultimate to Smash 4, regardless of if every DLC character that was released was new, we're still under the baseline of a game that sold or will sell a fraction of Ultimate sales. Now, please don't confuse this with being ungrateful. I am satisfied with the roster as is, and I'm excited to see who Nintendo is going to add, but from a business perspective, it makes sense. And what about Echo Fighters? I feel like there's a huge opportunity for Nintendo, as development on an Echo Fighter might be easier. And I'm not a developer, so I don't know what the development process of a new fighter against an Echo Fighter would look like, but I would imagine that it would be easier and require far less resources because the movesets are identical in most cases. Nintendo also introduced Echo Fighters with Ultimate as a way to soften the blow on introducing more clone characters, so now that Echo Fighters are a thing, why not drop a couple more? Maybe these characters won't be part of the Fighters Pass, and they'll be sold individually, which means there's no need to develop new stages or add new music, which might be what's holding Joker back, or these additional characters in most cases, because developers will then have to create a stage, they'll have to test the character, test the stage, they'll have to get music, they'll have to compose the music. As far as timing goes, with the Fighters Pass wrapping up in February 2020, I could see Nintendo announcing a second wave of characters at E3 2020, if it were to happen, that is. That would give players enough time to play the Challengers Pack 5 character into the ground and hype them up for another year, and possibly secure an easy $25 per person. I have to commend Nintendo on their ability to pace themselves with first-party content, at least in recent years. I know we've had droughts, and honestly, most, if not all, consoles have. However, Nintendo has been committed to supporting their first-party games post-launch. ARMS has gotten multiple free DLC characters over the course of months following release. Splatoon 2, one of Nintendo's newest yet rapidly growing franchises, has had an entire campaign added. Mario Tennis Aces is almost at the 1-year mark and is still getting waves of DLC characters in the form of Pauline, Luma, and Boom Boom. These are games, maybe with the exception of Splatoon, that can't hold a candle to Smash in terms of sales and profit. And last, what about Mii costumes? I've touched on this in the past, but I'm fully expecting Nintendo to either center a mini direct around Joker and the spring update, or announce these at E3, as we have yet to see any additional Mii costumes as well. The cool thing about this game, and modern games in general, is that they continue to evolve over time, and that's what I expect Ultimate to do. On the opposite side of things, from an integrity point of view, I understand that balancing a roster of 80 plus is not an easy feat, and I can understand why they would cut it off. Also, poor Sakurai needs a break. Let the man sleep. But just to wrap up, do you think we'll get another Fighters Pass? Do you want another Fighters Pass? Let me know down in the comments, and also, if you could add one Echo Fighter to the game, who would it be? I like doing these kinds of videos because I enjoy sparking conversation, and if you want more of them, let me know. You can also hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. It would help a lot. And if you're new to the channel, go hit the subscribe button if you're into Smash and Nintendo content, because I do a lot of it. And there's also links to other places you can find me, like Twitch or Twitter, in the video description. But thanks for watching, and we will catch you later.